Hello. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about this beautiful animal, the okapi. So if you're ready to get started, let's get to the video. The okapi has long been known to indigenous people in the Achuri forest, but the species was not known globally until 1901. When British explorer and colonist Harry Johnston obtained the skin and skull of an okapi. Before then, rumors of a forest-dwelling unicorn in Central Africa had circulated among Europeans. The okapi remains elusive. In fact, there were no images of an okapi in the wild until 2008, when the first wild okapi photo was captured by a Zoological Society of London camera trap. The okapi has a long neck and large and flexible ears. In sharp contrast to the white horizontal stripes on the legs and white ankles, the okapi's coat is a chocolate to reddish brown. The distinctive stripes resemble those of a zebra. These features serve as an effective camouflage amidst dense vegetation. The face, throat, and chest are grayish-white. Interdigital glands are present on all 4 feet and are slightly larger on the front feet. Male okapis have short, hair-covered horn-like structures called ossicones, less than 15 centimeters, 5.9 in length, which are similar in form and function to the ossicones of a giraffe. Females of this species are 4.2 centimeters, 1.7 taller on average, slightly redder than males, and lack prominent ossicones, instead possessing hair whorls. Okapis are sexually dimorphic, which means there are visible differences between the sexes that have nothing to do with their reproductive organs. For example, male okapis have a horn structure called an ossicone, like a giraffe, but females don't have real horns, and instead have bumps. When mating season arrives, rival bucks will often use the horns to flank one another. While giraffes tend to forage in more open habitats, okapi live in dense rainforests, where they blend in uncannily well with the shadows and filtered sunlight. In addition to camouflage, the stripes may also serve a secondary, and seemingly contradictory, purpose. Okapi stripes are sometimes referred to as follow-me stripes because they're thought to help baby okapis see and follow their mothers through the vegetation. And since the stripe pattern is unique for each individual, they may also help okapis identify one another. Okapi are about 5 feet, 1.5 meters, tall. Females are typically a little heavier at 495 to 770 pounds. 225 to 350 kilograms, while males weigh 440 to 660 pounds. 200 to 300 kilograms. Okapi are solitary and territorial. They have scent glands on their feet that spread sticky, tar-like territory markings to alert others of their region. Males also mark their territory with urine. On rare occasions, okapi join together to eat in small groups. During this time, okapi may groom each other and play together. They are most active during the afternoon and evening, spending this time in search of food. They follow paths worn through the forest foliage by other okapi who have trod before them. Males tend to have a larger territory and may travel up to 2.5 miles, 4 kilometers, a day. Okapi are herbivores, which means they eat only vegetation. They will reach up into trees with their tongues, pull down a branch and rake off the leaves with their mouths as they let go of the branch. Clay from riverbeds is also important to their diet. The clay gives them minerals and salt that they may not be getting from vegetation. An okapi can eat between 45 and 60 pounds, 20 and 27 kilograms, of vegetation each day. Like a giraffe, the okapi has to spread its long legs to get close enough to the ground to get a drink of water. While traveling through Central Africa in the 1800s, European explorers would sometimes hear reports of a shy, hoofed, forest-dwelling mammal with distinctive striped hindquarters. During the late 1870s-80s, a Russian adventurer named Wilhelm Juncker managed to obtain a sample of the animal's hide. Noting its stripes, he misidentified its owner as some new species of zebra, antelope, or chevrotain. Rumors about the mystery creature eventually reached Sir Harry Hamilton Johnston, a British colonial administrator with a passion for biology. In 1899, he was appointed Special Commissioner of Uganda, and the following year, Johnston was given 2 shoulder belts made with the skins of an animal the locals called Okapi. Then, in 1901, he received 3 more specimens, an entire hide and 2 isolated skulls. Their anatomy demonstrated that the species was in fact a close cousin of the giraffe. By the end of the year, a correspondent of Johnston's had announced the existence of this animal, which we now know as the Okapi, in a scientific paper, with the scientific name Okapi johnstoni. Okapis are so elusive that it wasn't until the early 1900s that they were first discovered. The Okapi have scent glands on each foot. This allows them to mark their territory as this gland leaves behind a pungent, tar-like material. While females are able to pass through these barriers with no problems, males will become aggressive towards other males that wander into their territory. Okapis share giraffes' reputation for being quiet, but much like giraffes, they do make sounds to communicate. Researchers from the San Diego Zoo recorded lots of coughs, bleats, and whistles from okapis, but only when they later analyzed the recordings more closely in a lab did they realize they had captured even more. Okapis emit low-frequency sounds beyond the range of human hearing, evident only computer analyses that can reveal their infrasonic signals. Researchers believe these are used to help mother okapis stay in touch with their calves while foraging, allowing a secret channel of communication that won't tip off their main predator, the leopard. Wild okapis only live in one country. Wild okapis exist only in the central, northern, and eastern regions of the Democratic Republic of Congo. There were once okapis in Uganda, but they are now extinct there. Okapis are limited to forests with high enclosed canopies, between about 1,500 and 5,000 feet, 450 to 1,500 meters, above sea level. They mostly inhabit primary or older secondary forests, according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, and don't occur in gallery forests. Savannas, or disturbed habitats surrounding larger human settlements. The bulk of an okapi's body is covered with dark purple or reddish-brown fur, which is dense and feels like velvet. Okapis also produce oil from their skin that helps waterproof their fur, a beneficial adaptation to living in a rainforest. According to the Oklahoma City Zoo, captive okapis at zoos often enjoy a neck rub, which reportedly leaves a dark, slippery residue on the hands of their caretakers. Female okapis typically only give birth to one baby at a time. Birth comes after a gestation period of 14 to 16 months, and the young is born in a nest on the ground. Baby okapis are called calves. They are about 2.6 feet, 80 centimeters, tall when they are born and weigh about 35 pounds. 16 kilograms. Calves triple in size by the time they are 2 months old. Calves can walk 30 minutes after birth. They don't defecate until they are between 4 and 8 weeks old, according to the San Diego Zoo. This is a defensive maneuver. Without the smell of feces, it is harder for predators to track the vulnerable newborn. Okapis become mature around 2 to 3 years old and live 20 to 30 years. The other names given to the okapi are the forest giraffe and the forest zebra, because of their appearance. However, the okapis bear another name, African unicorn. Can you guess why? The name comes from the fact that many people believed the okapi was a myth. The okapi is listed as an endangered species because their numbers in the wild are estimated to be around 10,000 to 35,000. Just like their cousins, the giraffes, the okapis use their long black prehensile tongues that can reach up to 38 centimeters, 15 inches. For stripping the branches of their leaves, and also for grooming their eyelids and their ears. The okapis only sleep 2 hours per day. But now, if you don't want to miss something, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.